BTS News Today, Los Angeles never truly sleeps. This city is always alive, whether it's the buzz of the entertainment industry, the endless traffic of Hollywood, or sunsets that feel like the final scene of an unfinished movie. But that night, one small moment broke the calm of California's evening sky. Three figures, long missed by the public, especially ARMY around the world, appeared without warning. V, Jimin, and Jungkook of BTS were seen together in an unexpected place that it all started with an anonymous Instagram story showing three men walking along Fairfax Avenue, dressed casually, no makeup, no bodyguards, no facade. They looked like three friends who had just left a small hidden Korean restaurant tucked between vintage streetwear shops. In the 8-second clip, one of them is heard laughing, and that voice instantly set the internet on fire. Unmistakably Jungkook. Minutes later, the video spread across Twitter, TikTok, and even Facebook. The hashtag Jimin v Jungkook LA began trending worldwide in less than an hour. But what truly intensified the buzz wasn't just the sighting. It was a full 3-minute video shared by someone claiming to be ARMY, showing the trio interacting in an open parking lot in Melrose, Louisiana, with no bodyguards, no masks, and no attempt to hide, as if they wanted to be found. The full video showed Jimin in a large white hoodie and sweatpants, V with a bucket hat and a denim jacket, and Jungkook in a plain black t-shirt with a small chest bag. The three of them were joking, playfully hitting each other, laughing like high school kids fresh out of class. No script, no set, no manager giving directions. Just the three of them. In the real world, that armies around the world flooded social media with tears, laughter, and confusion. Why are they in LA with no announcement? Is this a secret project? Is this part of a comeback or something bigger? The questions kept coming, and suspicions grew stronger when fans realized all three had been unusually inactive on social media for the past 2 weeks. They had vanished, only to now reappear. One of the most touching parts of the video was when V looked up at the night sky and said something to Jimin and Jungkook. Though the LA wind made the audio unclear, one fan enhanced the sound and shared it. V had said, "I want this to be a time we keep forever. Not for anyone else. Just for us." Jimin smiled softly, resting his head on V's shoulder, while Jungkook chuckled and kicked a pebble down the road. The video went even more viral than anyone could have expected. Even major media outlets like Billboard and Variety picked up the story. A prominent music editor wrote, "If this isn't part of BTS's comeback campaign, then it's proof their bond goes beyond being a group. They're a family." HYB remained silent at the time this article was written. The company's silence only fueled speculation. Many suspected this was a form of silent rebellion, an artistic freedom they had long craved. These three members are known for being emotionally expressive. V with his artistic sensitivity, Jimin with his sincerity, and Jungkook with his unpredictability. If they chose to do something without the public's knowledge, it wouldn't be out of character. A few days after the video went viral, a mysterious YouTube channel named Days with No Agenda uploaded an 18-minute documentary. The title was a single word: us. The video was a montage of short clips, handheld camera shots, footage from inside a car, laughter in an apartment, clips of dinner, piles of old cassette tapes, acoustic guitar, and their voices singing with no backing music. At the 12-minute mark, Jungkook is seen sitting on the floor with a guitar, Jimin lying on a small couch, and V writing in a notebook. "Why are you writing that?" Jungkook asks, glancing at V. "I'm trying to remember before I forget. About tonight." "That sounds like a song." Jimin murmurs sleepily. V chuckles. "Maybe it is, but I don't know if I want to share it or keep it to myself." The documentary had no ads, no sponsors, no long description. But within 24 hours, it garnered over 80 million views. Armies flooded the comments with hope, love, and tears. The top liked comment read, "If this isn't a comeback, then it's the beginning of something far more honest." Surprisingly, the video was later re-uploaded by the official Bangtan TV account 3 days later, unedited, uncut. The caption simply read, "For us. For you." 2025. ARMY's reactions shifted. At first, there was euphoria, then curiosity, and finally, a quiet emotional stillness. Some felt sadness, saying the video felt like a goodbye. Others saw it as the start of a new chapter. But one thing was clear. The trio wanted to share something deeply personal. something that couldn't be explained through press conferences or promotional schedules. They just wanted to be seen, truly seen. Fans started creating timelines based on clues from the video. There was a scene at Griffith Observatory where Jimin stood alone watching the city lights. A moment where they rode bikes along Santa Monica's boardwalk, with Jungkook's laughter echoing. One clip showed them simply sitting in a small apartment, listening to old music from a portable CD player. They didn't say much in the video, but from the silence, we learned everything. About their longing, their love that couldn't be staged, their bond that needed no explanation. Some music analysts speculated that this could be the beginning of a collaborative solo project by Jimin, V, and Jungkook. But many armies refused to call it a project. They preferred the term visual memoir, too honest to be commercial. Now, a week since the full video first surfaced, the world still waits for an explanation. But perhaps, in this story, there won't be one. Because V, Jimin, and Jungkook have already given us the best thing they could, their truest selves. And maybe, for the first time in a long while, they weren't BTS on camera. They were just three friends in LA, walking under the night sky, sharing a moment of silence. And maybe, that's more than enough. As the world continued to celebrate us, a shocking new speculation arose. A South Korean indie filmmaker claimed that the clips in the documentary were actually part of a secret short film they shot together, without the industry's knowledge. Jungkook reached out to me directly, the director said in a niche podcast. He simply said, "We want something that feels real. Not for theaters, not for the public, just for us. But if the world finds out, let it be." And that's how it started. Within seconds of that statement going viral, the ARMY community was once again shaken. Us wasn't just random footage of three friends hanging out in LA. It was a story they wrote themselves, acted out themselves, and preserved as part of a personal history that may never be repeated. Even more surprising, they didn't use a big crew. Just one camera, one small mic, and natural lighting from the city. No professional lighting setups. No official script. Everything was raw. So raw that the camera sometimes shook when Jimin laughed or when V's voice was caught whispering as the night grew late. One scene in the documentary was particularly heart-wrenching. The three of them sat cross-legged on a dimly lit apartment balcony, and Jungkook played soft notes on a small keyboard. He didn't speak much, but when he began singing Let There Be Love by Oasis with his eyes closed, Jimin and V went silent. No words, just long, quiet gazes. Some armies, known for their attention to detail, realized the lyrics Jungkook sang weren't just part of the soundtrack, but perhaps a glimpse into their hearts. Let there be love, let there be love. Jungkook's voice trembled. Moments later, Jimin covered his face with his hands. One fan asked in the comments, "Is he crying?" The most liked reply came from an army who wrote, "If that wasn't crying, it was a weight too heavy to explain." The following days brought waves of interpretation. YouTube channels dedicated to BTS analysis uploaded hour-long breakdowns of us, dissecting every frame. From the way V stared too long into the camera, to how Jimin unknowingly held Jungkook's hand in a quiet park conversation.